It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And featured this week is C.J. Mosley, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Jets and the Dolphins, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometime
the NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. On the return, it's Taylor. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Zach Wilson, former 2nd overall pick, now in his 3rd season out of BYU.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 19 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
Well, you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up a Dolphins first down as he gets this up past the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Miami.
On play action, here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. On the out route, he's got Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Jets' 38-yard line.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Open man here is Conklin.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Yeah, stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. The Jets at 500, sitting at 5-5. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Brandon Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Now Tua gets this one to Hill. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run here with Mostert. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Cook again. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation at a 4th down.
Miami's offense set and ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to pass. Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
And now a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. That's going to be caught by Waddle. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So that kick gives them their 1st points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Just one field goal in a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. And they've got the lead right now here, trying to erase the memory of the loss last week to the Raiders. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Wilson. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up the first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, Wilson. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Now Wilson. Setting up the screen for Cook. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Catch is made by Hardman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this returnable for Hill. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Tua going to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
At the 19-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's Boyle. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
The 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. Now Tagovailoa. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So the Jets now down 6-0. Just over 1:40 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's back to throw. That's caught by Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Back to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3. They got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off.